Fame. Next page on the track.
Yo. La L.
My block was the hottest, I was the coldest. Souls frozen, streets ferocious. So much pain in my life I couldn't hold it. So I wrote it, so you could quote it. While I smoke this, look in the eyes of the hopeless. It's hard to stay focused. No, we got a gift, but do we give a shit? Even though it's nothing for this kid to drop a hit. He chasing dreams, this what it seems. It's just an illusion, cause he out here catching fiends. Cause if this rap shit don't pay, I'ma start selling drugs around my way. Hey, this is attitude, gift of life, no gratitude. Disrespect to the highest magnitude. Continue to sway, he for sure to lose. This the jungle, it ain't no rules. Let him slide, he becomes food. You couldn't bring him back if you want to. Now you know what to.
Peace, y'all. It's your boy Zulu King, Street Fame, Boat 7, man. Top of the morning, man. Top of the morning to y'all. Hey, listen. I did a video on my boy Richie, right? And some of y'all told me in the comments y'all want to hear the story of how Richie ended up in the how Richie ended up getting shot. And ended up in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. Richie got hit with an AK-47 5 times. He been in a wheelchair since he was like 17, 18 years old. When Richie first was in a chair, we used to have to like stop him, bro. Like I remember in another video I told you the doctor that saved his life in Puerto Rico ended up being down here, and that doctor would look out for him and give him like some extra scripts and stuff like that and all that. But he was battling like a depression, you know what I mean? He was battling a depression, man. We'll be on the block chilling, and you know, we'd be drinking, smoking, and we would be popping bars and shit and Percocets and shit. This was back in 2004. When there wasn't no Fetty running around and none of that like that, you know what I mean? But this was back then and shit. And man, Richie would roll out in the traffic, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll roll his chair right straight in the traffic, trying to get killed. You know what I mean? He didn't want to live. You know what I mean? He was in a wheelchair, and it was hard for him and all that. And I used to talk to him and shit. Like I said, he told me he wanted to. He told me his dream was to be a boxer. You know, that's kind of crazy. You're sitting there talking to a man in a wheelchair, and he's like, man, I wanted to be a boxer. I always wanted to be a boxer. So how Richie ended up in this chair is Richie's dad. Richie's dad used to be a bichote in Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? His dad, you know what I'm saying, was one of them dudes. And Richie grew up like they had it, you know what I mean? He was dirt bikes, motorcycles, all that, you know what I mean? So he was ripping and running, and he had a twin brother, and they was known, you know, the twins or whatever, and they were ripping and running and always on dirt bikes, 4-wheelers, and all that type of stuff. They dad had guap. His dad had a little spot out there, and he was the dude out there in that area. So you know, there was young kids at this time. Like Richie been in a wheelchair since he was like 17, 18, I want to say. So this is maybe a little bit before, let's say. So what happened with Richie is one day the family gets a video. Now this back in the days, for y'all younger viewers. Shout out to my younger viewers, man. Yo, these stories so you can see where these streets take you, man, and the individuals you meet in these streets. You know, there's only 2 ways to go. You know what I mean? I did a video about my boy Rafa. Call him Rafa, you know what I'm saying? I did a video on him not too long ago. Go check it out. It says the life sentence that saved my boy's life. You know what I'm saying? I hope that don't fly over your heads. You know what I'm saying? But that life sentence saved my boy life out here. You know what I mean? So if you blessed, that's where you end up, is in prison. if you ain't blessed, you end up dead. You know what I mean? So that's the point of these videos and these stories. Some of them are funny though. Some of them is just entertainment. But back to Richie's family. They got a videotape. They got a video. I think I might just put some gas right now. I'm already late. I'm already running late, man. I might as well just put some gas now, dog. That's what I'm gonna do, dog. That's what I'm gonna do, dog. But Rick, oh, come on, dude. Come on, man. What the fuck? Get your punk ass out of the way, man. Give me 1 second. I'm back, y'all, man. I had to get some gas, dog. So, Richie's family receives a videotape, and this is back in the days when there was VHS cassettes. It wasn't no, ain't none of that in this technology that was going on today, you know what I mean? Big ass VHS cassettes. So he gets a videotape, his family gets a videotape. And you know, they told watch the videotape. So in this videotape, it's a guy that is Richie's father, right? In this videotape that they sent to the family. And they got this guy tied up. And they're cutting him apart. Right? So they're cutting this guy up. They're torturing this guy. And it's supposed to be Richie's father. But Richie's father is there with them, watching the videotape. They was trying to like get some ransom from the family. But they didn't have Richie's father. They had the wrong guy, man. They had a guy that looked like Richie's father or whatever. But it was the wrong guy that they had. And Richie's father was there watching this video with the family. So already, you know, it's up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they coming for you. They trying to kidnap the father and hold him for ransom and torture him, and they trying to find out where the money's at. You know what I mean? But this whole time they got the wrong guy. So now they on alert. Now they on alert, and they know there's some dudes coming for them. So what happens is they already been trying to get at him like that, and then they send that video, and then so they already know what time it is. So one day, Richie and his brother, Pops, they get in the car. When they get in the car, I remember he told me a white Lincoln pulled up. So when a white Lincoln pulls up, it just started letting off. You know what I'm saying? They started letting off. And matter of fact, I don't even think his pops was with him on that one. His pops, they caught him. They caught his pops, but it wasn't with him on this event. It was him and his brother. And his father ended up getting killed as well. So they start shooting. It's a white Lincoln. He told me he started shooting. He said he got hit and he fell down. He said, bro, I got hit and I fell down. I couldn't get up. So I guess his legs had stopped working. He must have got hit in his spine or something like that. And that's why his legs don't work. That's why he's in a wheelchair to this day. But he couldn't do nothing, but he was alive. He said, bro, I was alive. I seen the blood everywhere, but I couldn't do nothing. You know what I mean? I was on the ground. So when he fell on the ground, he's like, yo, bro, I could look under the car and I could see my brother. My brother got hit too. So I'm laying on the ground and I'm looking to my right, and I look, because he was on the passenger, he was saying, I could look underneath the car and see my brother. And the guy walks up to my brother. I guess his twin brother had got hit too and fell down. And the guy he said the guy walked over to my brother and he stood over him. And he shot the whole clip, like he just let off, fully automatic. Because they got hit with a fully automatic AK. And he said he just let off. Well, it was 22 bullets on him. He said it was mad fast. Just let off. And he said, yo, bro, when I looking at my brother from underneath the car, my brother's body was smoking. That's how much they shot him. He said I could see the smoke coming off his body. So he decided to play dead. He said I just laid there and played dead. And I hope that them people left. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I was praying that they left. But he said, yeah, man, my twin brother's body was smoking. So the guy comes around the car and walks up to Richie now. You know what I'm saying? And he puts the gun to him, puts it to his face, puts it to his chest, and he's squeezing the trigger, but nothing's coming out. I guess he was out of ammunition. That's what Richie told me. He said, yo, that nigga ran out of ammo. Because he was pulling a click, but nothing wasn't coming out. And I was playing dead anyway. I was just laying there dead. And the guy kicks him. The guy kicks him, kicked Richie, and end up turning around and walking away. Walking back to that white Lincoln. Now something happened in between there that I can't tell y'all, because my boy's still alive and my boy's out here, you know what I'm saying, my boy Richie. But something happened in between there that I gotta leave out. So, the white Lincoln takes off, right? The white Lincoln take off, and Richie's brother passes away. He had 22 AK-47 bullets that he had got hit with. And Richie got hit 5 times. And his father also got killed. They caught the father somewhere else. They've been trying to get Richie's dad for whatever reason. And they killed the father, they killed the brother, and the only one that survived was Richie. The other part of the story that I can't tell y'all, that's just, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Just I can't put my boy business out there like that, you know what I mean? Yeah, he's still alive, he's still out here, he's still, you know what I mean? So but yeah, he was messed up, bro, after he got hit, and he couldn't walk. He would try to kill himself all the time. Like, we'll be chilling and he'll just roll out in the traffic, bro. We're like, yo, what is you doing? And we have to run out there, grab him, pull him back, and he's like, let him kill me, let him kill me. He didn't want to live, bro. And you know, you had a twin brother, and your twin brother's dead, and your father's dead, and you're the only one that made it out that situation. You know what I'm saying? It's probably a lot mentally, and not being able to walk, and having that anger, you want to retaliate. You know what I'm saying? Because we from the streets. You know what I'm saying? We from the streets, so you're always gonna want to retaliate. And you know, it kind of just messes you up mentally. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things happen with Richie. You know what I'm saying? Like, after that, he went to prison. He went to prison here in Florida. You know what I'm saying? He did 5 years in prison in a wheelchair. You know what I mean? He went to serve somebody an ounce of coke, and I don't know why he went to Universal Studios. Like, you know what I'm saying? The theme park. He went to Universal Studios over there to serve these people. I don't know if it was in their parking lot exactly or what, But he went to Universal Studios to serve the people, and I told him, why would you go to Universal Studios, my nigga? Like, what is wrong with you? Like, that's like going to Disney to sell somebody an ounce of coke, you know? So he like, I figured nothing was gonna happen. They wouldn't try nothing there, cause you know there's mad cops around there, there's mad security, there's mad shit. So he figured they wouldn't try nothing, being that he's in a wheelchair or whatever. And they tried to rob him, and they pistol whipped him, hit him in the mouth with a, you know what I'm saying? They hit him in the mouth with a pistol, and cracked all his furniture in there. You know what I'm saying? He got all broken furniture in his mouth. You know what I mean? So all his teeth was broken in the front and all that. And but Richie had a 45 on him, you know what I'm saying, under his leg in his wheelchair, and he pulled it out and he shot Buddy. You know what I'm saying? So they gave him 5 years for that. You know what I mean? Being like it was like a self-defense thing and all that, but being the only reason he did time is because that shit happened in Universal Studios, really. You know what I'm saying? In Universal Studios, they don't play none of them Disney places and all that. So he ended up doing 5 years for that. Got out, got a job in a bank. I don't know how he got a job in a bank somewhere, but he got a job in a bank somewhere. You know what I mean? So, you know, he's still alive, he's still doing things. So there's a certain part of the story I have to leave out. But can you imagine you getting in the car with your twin brother, and a car comes by and shoots y'all, you fall to the ground and you can't move because you're crippled now, and a guy walks up to your brother and shoots him so much that his body is smoking? Yeah, man. I felt this pain when he told me the story. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, he would cry and everything with me. Like, saying he'd be talking to me, he'll cry and all that. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, man, he said my brother's body was smoking, bro. He said my brother's body was smoking. He got hit so much. And he had to leave Puerto Rico. That's why he moved to Orlando. He's like, yo, the rest of the family just left. You know what I mean? It's a lot to deal with. You lose your father, you lose your twin brother, and you in a wheelchair. You know what I mean? So it was a lot to deal with. And they left, and they came to Orlando. And that had just recently happened, and that's how I met him. That's how I met him. That's why I told you that he was ready. That he was like suicidal already. Like, it was still fresh. It had just happened. You know what I'm saying? That had just happened not too long from when I met him and all that. But that's mostly like where the streets lead you, man. You know, in jail, dead, or in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? I got some funny stories with Richie, man. He ruined the pool party one time. You know what I mean? I got a funny story with him too. He ruined the pool party. But yeah, it was a lot watching him go through a lot of, like, cause you had to watch him. You know what I'm saying? Cause we'll be chilling 1 minute, then 1 minute he won't be happy. You know what I'm saying? He'd be ready for whatever. You know what I mean? Including like rolling himself out in the traffic. You know what I mean? You have to go out there and snatch him up and push him back and all that. But yeah, that's how my boy Richie got shot. He got shot 5 times, and he ended up being in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. His whole back is skin from the back of his legs and his ass. You know what I mean? Like they cut skin from the back of his legs and his ass, and they I don't know what it's called, a skin graft, yeah, all over his back, to pieces back together from the holes that was blown out. AK-47 does a lot of damage. I don't know if you ever seen in person what an AK-47 could do, but it does a lot of damage. So, you know, and years after that, he still has bullet fragments that come out of his back. You know what I'm saying? He used to come to the block and be like, yo, look what fell out my back today, and show us like pieces of bullet fragments and all that would come out of his skin, out of his back, that was still in his body. His body was pushing it out. So yeah, and it's very painful. He used to be in a lot of pain, and like his upper body and stuff. And so, you know, it's a lot, man. And he was blessed to survive. I mean, to get hit with an AK 5 times and survive, man. There's people that get shot 1 time and die, and they get shot 1 time with a 22 or something like that, you know, or get shot with a 9 1 time and die. You know what I mean? But Richie survived, man, and he was blessed, you know, but he didn't see it like that. You know, at first he didn't see it like that. He saw it like it was a curse because he was in a wheelchair, you know what I mean? But he was blessed to be alive, man. You know what I'm saying? To get hit with an AK 5 times, man, it's a lot, you know? It's a lot. And your body goes through a lot. Excuse me. He has leg sores, and he gets sores from being in that wheelchair so long. You know, them leg sores and bed sores and stuff like that, you know? He would get all that. So, you know, he still had therapies that he had to do and all that, man. But Richie overall was a good dude, man. He had a good heart. He was a good dude. I remember he started like shaking that depression a little bit. He got his license. He had a car, man. Yo, I was driving with him one time. He was driving the car. I had to sit in the back seat though, man. This nigga had the wheelchair in the front seat, dog. I had to sit in the back, my nigga. This nigga had the wheelchair in the front. Ain't wasn't nothing though. I get out, pull the chair out, he get in there, we slide around, nigga, like, all right, man, don't kill me now, nigga. You know what I mean? But we was riding around, bro, burning one. He was driving, and he was chilling, man. But he moved. He moved out of Florida, man. And he's one of the ones from my crew back in the days that's still alive. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them is dead. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them is dead. There was one day, I'll probably do a separate video on that. One day when I was on the block, when I realized what my future would be if I would have stayed active. I'm gonna do a video on that separate. But yeah, Richie's one of the ones that's alive still to this day. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, so there ain't too many of us left, you know what I mean? Ain't too many of us left, man, from them days. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. That's Richie's story, man, of how he got shot, man. And getting shot, man, sometimes some people like just write it off like, oh yeah, he got shot, this and that, man. That could take a toll on your body. It could take a toll on your mental health, you know, depending on where you got hit at, bro. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what you get hit with. You know, like Richie was suicidal, bro. Like this man was like just be chilling. Next thing you know, he's rolled out in the middle of traffic. While we chilling, we gotta run out in the middle of traffic and grab his food. He didn't want to live no more, man. He wanted to be with his brother. You know, he didn't want to be not. He felt like people didn't respect him like they used to because he was in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? That's how he felt like. He felt like, yo, like people be trying me because I'm in a wheelchair, bro. If I wasn't in a wheelchair, they wouldn't try me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he felt like he was limited, which he ain't got no legs. You are limited, you know what I'm saying? But he just felt like nobody respected him because he was in the chair. He probably was just, it's life changing, bro. You was riding dirt bikes, playing sports, doing all this and that, and now you can't even walk. You know what I'm saying? And now you can't even walk. And he used to tell me, bro, it was funny, bro, because he was like, yo, the doctor said I'll never walk again, right? And he's like, watch this. And he'll be able to move his leg just a little bit, bro. I don't know how he would do it, bro, but he would move his leg. He'll move it, like, you know what I mean? Like, eso fue improvisado, huh? I'm gonna walk, nigga, I'm gonna walk. Why? They told me I can't walk again, nigga, I'm gonna walk again. He always used to say that, you know what I mean? So I hope my nigga do walk one day, man. Just jump up out of bed, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's how my boy Richie lost his legs. How his brother died and his father died. We never knew who the dude was that they cut up. They never found out who that dude was in the videotape. It was not Richie's dad. It was the wrong guy. They killed this dude, the wrong guy. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get some money from the family. But eventually, and then of course, then Richie's father, his life, his brother's life, and Richie his legs. You know what I mean? And that's the streets for you, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was trying to get y'all the story because some of y'all wanted to hear the story of how he ended up in the chair. You know what I mean? But that's how he ended up in the chair, man. He got hit 5 times. His brother got hit 22, and his father got killed as well. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Richie, man. You know what it is, man. It's your boy Zulu King, Street Fame 47. Y'all know what it is. We all gas, no brakes. If you ain't gonna be good, be safe. You heard?